Well, I'm here with the legendary Toto Schillaci. Toto broke Irish hearts in 1990 by scoring and putting us out of the World Cup. Toto, is that the goal you're most renowned for?
Quello è il gol per cui sei così famoso.
Il gol, io credo che il più difficile gol che ho fatto ai mondiali è stato contro l'Aereo proprio, perché è una palla molto sporca e quindi io di piatto poi ho realizzato questo gol in diagonale in una partita molto tosta, perché l'Aereo a Roma ha dimostrato di essere una squadra molto combattente.
So he says that that was his most difficult goal, certainly of the championships, and that's that championship is why he is so famous today. He said that if it wasn't for the great diagonal ball in of Donadoni and the subsequent just missed parry of Paki, then he thinks it would have been very, very difficult to wear down that very tough Irish team.
And Toto, what's been the highlight of your career so far? Was it that goal?
Era il punto più alto della tua carriera, quel gol e quel campionato.
Beh, è stato, direi, per un calciatore credo che indossare la maglia azzurra sia importante. Quello è un momento storico. È stato un momento storico, mi ha dato grande successo e credo che è stato il punto più alto della mia carriera.
Yeah, he says yes. Putting on the Azzurri jersey of the Italian team was like a dream. Anything else after that was the icing on the cake, and certainly that championship was the highest point of his career.
And now, without being biased, Toto, how do you think Ireland and Italy are going to play on Wednesday? How do you think that's going to fare out, and can you predict a score for us?
Niente bias, allora. Niente essere tifoso per uno o l'altro. Per te chi vince?
A me lei mi fa. No, diciamo che io è la seconda volta che vengo qui a Dublino, è molto carino. Poi so che i tifosi dell'Irlanda hanno un affetto nei miei riguardi.
Okay. So maybe he's a little bit of a fan for Ireland as well. He really likes it.
Forse per i gol che ho fatto.
Sì. Maybe because he's sorry for breaking your hearts with that goal, but
spero che finisca pari, 2-2, dai.
Yeah, he hopes it finishes a draw and it's a good game, maybe 2-2.
Okay, 2-2. Well, that would be great if it was 2-2 the way things have been going. Finally, Toto, do you like Smithwick's?
Yeah. Ti piace la birra Smithwick's?
Sì, tanti anni fa ho fatto uno spot proprio qui a Dublino, è stato molto carino e io non sono un grande bevitore di birra, però ogni tanto la assaggiano, è molto strong, no?
Sì.
È scuro. Sì, no, buona, molto buona.
He says he's not a great beer drinker, but he remembers fondly having a few sips when he was here 8 years ago. So when he did the ad, but he said he had a lovely time here. And if he does ever sip Guinness or Smithwick's ever since, he has fond memories.
Toto Schillaci, everybody. Thank you, Toto.
I'm delighted to be joined in our BoyleSports.com shop by Ray Houghton. Ray, massive game on Wednesday. You know what it's all about, to beat the Italians with that fantastic strike in New York in '94. What did that feeling give you?
Oh, absolute pleasure. And a bit of revenge as well, because you remember back in 1990 in the quarter-finals of the World Cup we were beaten 1-0. It could have all changed. We all know that goal changes games, and on that day Niall Quinn had a superb header saved by Walter Zenga. That was at 0-0, so if we would have taken the lead in that game it would have given us something to hang on to and believe in. But unfortunately the keeper was too good. He made an outstanding save, really world class, and then we gave away a poor goal. Toto Schillaci got the goal, but came from a mistake from Paki, and we never really recovered from then on. They had a goal disallowed, and in fairness, if you took the game in its entirety, the 90 minutes, I think Italy were the better team on the day. But then we had that opportunity in '94. It somehow often happens in football.
Yeah, there was a lot of Irish fans there that day. There's going to be a lot of Irish fans in Barry on Wednesday night. Italy have pulled 2 points clear. at the top of the group. So it's a big game Wednesday. The odds obviously favour the Italians. They're 9-4 on to win the game. Ireland as big as 15-2, and the draw at 3-1. How do you see Wednesday's game going?
Well, I think it's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the Italians are starting to find some form. You know, they're going away to Montenegro and winning 2-0 is an exceptional result, because we know that we went out there ourselves and we only drew the game 0-0, although we could have won it. But a big plus for them was Vucinic didn't play in that game on Saturday, and he was a big loss for the opposition, that's for sure. But what we've got to go there is believe in ourselves, and I think one thing we have learnt under Giovanni Trapattoni is that winning feeling again. I think we lost that for a while. We know we drew an awful lot of games, but at the moment we've won a few. The belief is back with the players. They've got to go out there, they've got to think that they're good enough to play against the Italian side. They've still got a few older players there. You know, Cannavaro and Zambrotta played at the weekend.
Yeah, Cannavaro's lucky to be playing Wednesday night, because he should have been sent off.
Well, there's no question he should have been off. Some journalists are saying, what was he doing there in the first place? Because he hasn't had the best of seasons at Real Madrid. So they're the positives I think we've got to look at. You know, Stephen Hunt has to get at Zambrotta down that left-hand side, the right of Italy. And likewise, you know, Kevin Doyle or Robbie Keane has to, you know, get alongside Cannavaro and hopefully get balls over the top and use their pace to get in behind them. You know, it's not a foregone conclusion. You know, we've proved many times, Ireland, that we can go away from when we play against the big teams. We proved it when we went to France and we drew 0-0 only a few seasons ago. We should have won that game. And there's no doubt if we go there with the right attitude that we'll get something out of the game, because the commitment's there. Maybe we didn't play as well against Bulgaria as we were liked. I think there's no one would argue against that. Certainly the players wouldn't. But if you can't fault the attitude and the commitment of the Irish players, it's there time and time again. It just might be the case though when we play Italy on Wednesday that we will need a wee bit more quality, and we've got to get on the ball a bit more, and players, particularly the full-backs, have got to take more responsibility getting on the ball so they can deliver better balls to the forwards. You know, there was question marks about the way that the two strikers played the other day. I wouldn't blame them, because I don't think they got the service. I think the balls up to them weren't as a good enough standard, and that has to improve, because if you can get Doyle and Keane into the game and we can hold it up further up the park, we're going to get chances. And I think people might be thinking that it's going to be easy for the Italians on Wednesday. It's not going to be nothing but easy for them. We'll make it very difficult, and I'm very positive that we'll come away with something from this game on Wednesday.
Now, Ray, you are an Irish legend. You scored the winning goal against Italy. If you were to give me one Irish player for this Wednesday night who could possibly make a name for himself, who would it be?
I'd go for Kevin Doyle. I really would. I think Kevin's his work rate's terrific. He runs the channels and makes it awkward for the opposition. I think he's due a goal. He had a big chance on Saturday in the last minutes of the game with a header where he probably should have done a wee bit better, but maybe he's lack of confidence in front of goal. I don't think he scored at over in Ireland for 2 years, a long time, but his away form, funnily enough, has been a lot better than his own form. So we're away from home, and I think we can score, and I think where we will score is particularly from the wide areas. Hunt and McGeady, if they play, they're very good at getting crosses into the box, and I just think maybe Cannavaro, the age that he is, he might allow a younger Kevin Doyle to get in front of him. So I'm going to go for a Doyle goal, and I think we'll get at least a point, and maybe even a victory.
So Ray is very confident. Kevin Doyle 10-1 to score the first goal. We do have a cashback special on the game, Ray. If Robbie Keane scores at any time during the game, we're going to refund all losing single bets on the match. So it's a serious offer. So Irish punters should be backing with Boyles.
But you're going to lose some money, I think, on Wednesday night if that's the case, because I would never, ever, ever bet against Robbie Keane scoring a goal at any time, because Robbie is one of them players when the bigger the match, the bigger the performance, and the more chance he's got of scoring a goal. So you might be on a loser there.
Well, there you have it. Ray Houghton thinks Kevin Doyle is going to make a name for himself on Wednesday, but don't ever back against Robbie Keane to score at any time. Thanks, Ray.